Hello, everyone. My name is Ricky Dollison. I'm on Dollison Farms, home of Warrior Creek Premium Meat. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to On Big Mom's Porch. We talk about ag, food, and just a lot of things that go along in your life as it relates to your farming business. Um, it's coming into the springtime. You should have an idea of what you want to plant and how much of it. So you should start preparing your soil, on getting your soil ready to plant. It's always good to plant on time, a little on time, so you get the maximum yield. So start looking, if you hadn't already, start looking at your garden, your fields, your pasture, and start thinking how you're gonna make it better come spring 2022. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this farming, it's a business. We're out to make an income in this. Our longevity is, and to bring up our family members, our kids, our grandkids, to teach them how to make this a living. So you inbox us with any questions. You talk to us about anything that you like to know about. Sometimes we have to go back and we get with the family and we'll talk it over and we'll come up with you an answer. Always look, ladies and gentlemen, and see what's going on in your NRCS initiatives, your USDAs, what's going on, what programs they have. A lot of those programs, depending on what they are, can add a little money to your budget come the next fiscal year. So always know what's going on in USDA. And the more you learn, the more it is become part of your business. It can help you. If you're row crop people, start to look at see what's going on. If you're row crop, you're already getting ready to put seed in the ground. You have a good idea of what you're gonna do. If you're vegetable people, know what you're gonna do, plant that crop, and make it a business. Report that crop. Report that crop to Farm Service Agency. Even if it's small, you'll get in the habit of making it your business. We here on Big Mom's Porch, we discuss all of that. We're coming up with livestock in the near future. Goat, sheep, cows, hogs, and some poultry, some chickens, guineas, turkey. We got subject matter experts in this area that grows all of this stuff, and we want you to know about it. And we'll be bringing all of that to you here on Big Mom's Porch.
Enter Big Mom 15 at checkout to get 15% off at warriorcreekpremiummeats.com.
As we discussed earlier, we have different crops that we have here in Southwest Georgia. We're getting ready to plant our non-GMO corn. We plant our corn for our livestock, for our cows and our hogs. Our corn, as we said, non-GMO, and we're dryland farmers that we don't have a pivot. And what we do, we space our corn out a little further. We space our corn out between 12 and 14 inches. That way, the seed, when that corn gets higher, the roots won't be fighting so much for moisture and fertilizer. And then this is doing that helps us get a better yield, gets us more bushels per acre. And at the beginning, we take our soil samples, and that tells us what we need in the form of fertilizer to help us grow our corn. And we pick a good variety. Now, wherever you are in this country, This may be a little bit too early for you. Late February may be a little bit too early for you to plant corn. But you, whatever your almanac or whatever your season that you can plant corn, you go with that. Here in Southwest Georgia, we're looking at the last week of February. And if any of you out there that do vegetables and you doing sweet corn, if you here in Southwest Georgia, the it's about the same. If you're gonna grow, quote unquote, dry land sweet corn, which that's hard to do, or you can get a little water to it some way somehow, this is the time. Put in your fertilizer, your nitrogen, and you'll get a good crop. One thing we're getting ready to do, about the last week of March, first week of April, is to plant our watermelons. We here at Dollarson Farms, we are launching our first national campaign on watermelons. We want to sell watermelons all across the country. We want to send tractor trailers of watermelons across the country. In that, it's hard in our budget to buy a lot of plants. So what we do is we prepare the land, we fertilize the soil, we lime the soil, we fertilize the soil, and then we prepare the bed. And then we plant, knock that top of the bed down, and we plant. We plant our variety of watermelons, several varieties that we have, and we're getting ready for it. This helps doing it this way. We don't have to have as much labor to plant the number of acres that we're planting. So just me, tractor, and just somebody to help pull seeds. So we get them planted in a day, and then as they come up, they're already rooted. So this helps us so we don't have to take them out of their environment and reset them out. We here at Dollarson Farms like for that plant to come up out of the ground. We love to use seed where we can. So the plant come up out of the ground, the root is already set its foundation, so it comes up growing. And what we love to do is just keep plowing and putting the fertilizer by the plant. We plow, put the fertilizer by the plant. Then we add water when needed. We've learned you can overwater. So we have different water meters, and we walk and look and walk and look. We make sure we don't underwater and we don't overwater. We take care of our plants. We feed them in the soil with the fertilizer. Then we come back at a certain time and we do foliar feed. That means we put on natural liquid fertilizer on top of it, on the vine. This way the fertilizer gets into the plant and it produces a good product, a real good product. So this is one thing that I want you to remember. Put in your calendar, 88 days from April 1, look for your Dollarson Farm watermelon in Poland, Georgia. And some other things we are going to be talking about here on Big Mom's Porch. Inbox us with any type of question. And what we'd like to do, we'll call your name. This is for whoever, John. He wants to know about whatever. And we'll call the city. John in Grand Rapids, Michigan wants to know about whatever product. We want to make it personal. We want to be able to help you. We just don't want to talk about it, and we want to see people make this business a business that you'll be proud of and you'll want to do. I'm the fourth generation. I talk about what I do, and I love what I do. I'm teaching number 5, and number 6 knows she's already destined to do it. One thing that I've would like for our people, our older generation, to think about. I talk to a lot of young people. Young people they say things, they so young, I know they had to hear it. I know these young people never pick cotton. I know they never hold cotton. I know they never did tobacco. But they talk about it as if they did. So now they don't want to take over help granddad, or they don't want to help their dad in this business. It is a good business now, but you got to treat it that way. And if we're going to have people and kids, young people, to take over this land that God has given us, we have to train them and teach them early. We don't need to run them away talking about how bad it was in the 70s. It's a good career, but you got to teach them and treat it like a business. I love what I do here on Dollison Farms. Thank you. We'll see you next week on Big Mom's Porch.